Hi, I'm Kevin Tame, and welcome to The Hacktivist. Today I'm playing the Spiky NGObokata, which Drewby coached me on, and I'm playing against Phantom, who is playing a very interesting Val control deck. And yeah, let's jump right into this match. This one was a very interesting match. So this isn't the best starting hand, so I go ahead and mulligan. This is okay. The MCA is good if he's on Film Critic. But yeah, really what I want to do is kind of just start seeing my economy. And I'm not seeing hedge funds or IPOs. And so, yeah, I'm kind of in a position here where I don't really want to get rid of any of these pieces. I go ahead and get rid of the shipment just in case. It might have been nice to have for later. And then I'm going to go ahead and set up this Maryland. So, the general plan here with these decks is to try and tax them out with their cards, build a server and force them to run through it, putting NGO in there and having NGO, tax them enough where they come through and they get hit with like either damage or and you can still recover with an NGO. So I'm not exactly sure what he's doing in this deck. And so at this point, it just looks like he is trying to control my board a little bit. He's trying to build it when I see data folding, I think, oh, they're kind of in this for the long haul. And so that's kind of like was my instinct there when I saw that. And now he has a Maw here, and Maw is going to be a real pain for me because he can kind of start pinging all of my cards. But he's just like face checking here, so the risk he runs is that he runs into a snare or something like that. So Shadow Net is interesting here. I haven't really seen that in the Val deck before like this. And so, yeah, this is actually a very interesting build, what I'm seeing here. And so it looks like he's, just really trying to get Maw triggers to try and, if I had just a little bit of money, the snare would have been nice, but I didn't have the money for it. But yeah, he's trying to get Maw triggers, trying to disrupt my hand, trying to disrupt R&D. And he's actually keeping me pretty poor in this situation because I'm having to res all my ice, my DNA tracker, and he's just keeping the pressure up so much. The other thing is I'm not really actually seeing my economy. Femming this DNA tracker was a really great play for him because he's able to, obviously just keep hitting, and it's a real bummer actually because I spent all that money to res it and I'm not getting the cards to make it up. So here's as good as an IPO. I think the play is I need to put the Komayuna because that's still going to be expensive for him. He still has to break it. And so if he hits like a snare or something like that, and if he doesn't, he has to break all of them. He can't take the damage every time. So that can really tax him out as well. So this R&D is becoming a real problem for me. And so he's just like, as soon as I had to, invest all these resources into R&D, what he's doing now is he is, putting the pressure on HQ. And I'm still pretty poor because of it. I think this is a situation where I need to jam out the brain trust because And he goes ahead and sacrifices the future perfect. So it looks like he's just trying to control my board here and keep me from... You know, he doesn't even look like he wants to score agendas. He just wants to kind of like maw me out, if you will. So if I can get him to hit a snare or something like that. But yeah, I have one snare in hand, and I brought one back, so there is one in R&D. But once again, I'm still very poor. And so I need to try and recover. But it's unfortunate because I want to, you know, advance this brain trust, but I can't risk it because I need to get some money back. So now I'm able to score this turn. But I'm still a little bit... Now he's kind of... I don't know if, like, I should have maybe kept that snare in hand. This is a tough spot here. So I go ahead and I just protect R&D. And then he has the rebirth, which obviously hurts, because he's able to just keep attacking here. I don't take the time to score out this brain trust, and maybe it was better here to try and score out because I'm running out of deck pretty quickly, and I don't have actually even like agendas to try and score. So I'm realizing this, and I'm like, I need to start scoring now. So I'm just running out of agendas that I can even score, and he can win the game just on archive. So I don't know if this genotyping play was the right call. But I kind of need to score the Obokata. But he goes ahead and steals it. He doesn't even steal it. He just maws it away from me, and I lose my NGO, and that was actually not great for me to lose that. So yeah, I'm hoping here I can score out this Obokata. I think in hindsight, as I've been looking at this, it probably was better for me just to kind of jam things out. This is an instance where this deck I actually didn't have Biotic either, I believe. I was just on shipment from Tenon. And so my opponent's going to run every time. And that's going to make it, much more difficult for me. And so here he's just coming in and just punishing me. I have a lot of agendas in R&D, so he has a lot of credits, so it's going to be difficult for me to, I think, pull out of this one. Yeah, especially because he's stealing these 3/2s like the Brain Trust and the Philotics. And there he just destroyed my DNA tracker to make it difficult for me to, Yeah, in hindsight, I think it was probably best to try and rush a little bit because now that he's been set up. But the thing is he has kept the pressure up the entire game, and it's been really hard for me to recover. I haven't really been able to get a lot of money. And now he's going to use equivocation to basically, to mill me out. There's nothing like I can't even really score this Obokata because I don't have enough turns left. Yep, I do have the genotyping where I can put 2 cards back, but what ends up happening is he's going to end up just milling me next turn, so there's nothing I can really do, so I got to concede. But yeah, basically his plan here is to not even score agendas, but to just keep trashing them. The funny thing is he actually had enough agenda points with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to win the game, but he used Shadow Net so much that he was, his plan was there just to mill me out. I don't think like you can win because like the nice thing about the Shadow Net is that it like really bumps you up, and so he's able to keep this pressure up the entire time. So with Ma and equivocation, he was able to just, keep my hand. I probably could, in hindsight, I think like the big thing I could have done differently is I could have just jammed a lot sooner because he really wasn't contesting my remote that much. He didn't have a way to deal with it, the DNA tracker. And so if I just keep jamming things in there, install advance, I think that was probably the best thing. Maybe even install the snares there. I don't know, it's really hard to say. I think part of the challenge here is I didn't know what to expect against this deck. And so, I didn't know what to plan for. He had a lot of good ice destruction, using Fem. And so my ice, I was spending all of this money to res it, but I actually didn't feel like it was very useful for me a lot of times. Whereas in like Cortex Lock and Komainu and DNA Tracker and all of the ice in here are just actually really strong against Anarch. But in this match, it didn't seem to be that strong. Anyways, it was a very interesting match. Phantom's a great, very, skilled player, and I've played him a number of times, and he's, beat me up a number of times. So, yeah, it was a good match. Something interesting I hadn't seen before. And so thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in below. And thanks. Have a great day.